members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, what we have identified, obviously, as you may have raised, is the issue of connectivity and the issues of visas. And we are indeed digitizing the way we do business. Commerce today needs to be digitized. You will not live in the archaic world. Paper, pushing paper is so 2008, if you can ask me that. And what you will see with most of the countries sitting here, at least I can speak for them, is that I'll give an example of Zambia. When we moved into office, we were only sitting in about 52 countries that did not require visa application from countries of origin. Fast forward 2 years down the line, we're sitting at 167 countries. The entire Europe, the entire China, a whole lot of these other countries do not require visas. For port of entry, we give you a visa. Tourist visas, free visa. So ideally, we need to create this fever to go around all these other countries. Issues of airlift. And I'm happy that Jerry brought up the issue of airlift to say, look, what is it that we're doing? I'll probably say, if you're coming out of China, could it be Shenzhen? Could it be Beijing? Depending on which one is closer. But obviously, for me, it's Shenzhen might work properly. Now, if we're going to talk about Air China, again, ladies and gentlemen, in a spirit of collaboration, if you look at how Africa is and how we've created our hubs, today we'll probably talk about Oratambo, Jomo Kenyatta, and Bole International Airport. Should we reinvent the wheel to create another hub? No. Facilitate for those three hubs to actually operate, which speaks to what my sister there from East Africa was talking about. That's how we're going to now start tapping on these other ones. Let's not reinvent the wheel. We can't continuously be talking about air access. And remember, again, the issue of air access between you and I is purely based on ego. Flag carrier. At the end of the day, your airlines are even running on a loss. Taxpayers' money, we can't continue like that. We can't continue bleeding. And that's what we're telling our ministers of transport. Open up the skies so that people get. At the end of the day, if I look around the room here, the ministers sitting here, our presidents, our principals have told us to be pro-private sector. Allow businesses to be run by the private sector. Government has no business doing business. It should be known today and it should be known forever. We want you, the media, if you're in business, we want you, private sector, to actually start running airlines, charters. All that's what we want to do, other than having this egoistic person who wants to sit in a boardroom and say, oh no, we need to have a flag carrier, which is running on a loss. I can't run a business on a loss, definitely not. So I think our meeting in Luanda, Angola in July is going to unpack a lot of these other bigger issues that we're talking about. And I just want to indicate to you that us as Ministers of Tourism, we are engaging heavily. It's not only sitting at INDABA, but we also do site chats. We've actually put a few items, checklisted a few items that we need to deal with. And obviously we all know governments do not work on big things. We work on bite sizes. Just 2 issues, resolve. The next 2 issues, resolve. Don't give me a whole laundry list of 10 issues. I can guarantee you I'm not going to touch any one of them. 2 issues and I close them off. I heard about skills. Minister, thank you very much. Lifelong skills, demand-driven. That is exactly the direction that Africa needs to take. In Zambia today, for the very first time, we've embedded in the curriculum hospitality. When we were growing up, I'm not young, I'm not old either. When we were growing up, our parents used to tell us, I want you to be a lawyer, I want you to be a doctor, I want you to be an accountant. But today, if my daughter comes to me to say, Dad, I want to be a ballerina, I will definitely buy her the costume any day. Why? Because that's the passion that they're going for. So today, we have embedded that in our curricula to say, if you want to be a hotelier, this is what you need to do. We train you from early childhood learning all the way up. And that's the reason why we had our education summit, which we held in Zambia. Now, that, colleagues, is we can't be pushing numbers. My minister colleague here was talking about 8 million arrivals. Who's going to service the 8 million? I'm talking about 3 million. Who's going to service the 3 million? If the staff is not ready to accommodate and to give that tourist that lasting impression. Now, that is the direction that we're taking. We need to train the many boys and girls who are looking for opportunities. And remember, Africa is a very youthful continent. If I look around the room here, we talk about 60 to 70% of them being below 35. What jobs are you going to offer them if you're not going to give them opportunities within the hospitality sector? And for the moment, we are the ones who are running the sector. So our call to action is to create that opportunity for those young boys and girls to participate. What are we doing to make it easy for us to access market in your place? Just come and visit Africa. I want one thing to tell you as I pause, ladies and gentlemen. The cancer that we have in Africa is that we don't like visiting our own African continent because of the mindset that was created by some individuals sitting in Berlin and started drawing lines and say, this is South Africa, this is Zambia, this is Angola, Eswatini. We're just one continent. We speak the same language, we dance the same, we eat the same, we even drink the same and get drunk the same. So why do we have it all difficult where we can't travel our own continent? And I can safely tell you that within the next 10 years, this discussion that we're having here, for my colleague from Dublin, it will not be on the agenda item. We would have expised it very, very quickly. Thank you very much.